Many people believe that cats groom themselves, so they don't really need to be groomed regularly like dogs do. And while that's partially true, that doesn't mean you don't have any grooming responsibilities as a cat owner. You do. Regular brushing, dental hygiene, ear care, nail maintenance, paw checkups, dealing with knots in their fur, choosing the right tools and using them correctly, positive reinforcement and patience are crucial for ensuring your cat is clean, healthy and happy. Let's go over the top 10 grooming mistakes that many cat owners are guilty of making. And let us know how many of these you may have made in the past. I certainly am guilty of a couple, but you know what? Now is the best time to change that. Remember to subscribe if you have a cat, are a cat, want a cat, or like learning things about cats. And remember to check out catster.com for all your cat care needs and tips and tricks from vets to make your life easier and your cat's life better. Mistake number 10 we did touch upon already, and it is thinking that you don't need to groom your cat when you do. Regular grooming sessions with your cat, even just once a week or every 2 weeks, depending on your cat, hold so many benefits. Regular brushing removes dead skin and loose hair. It minimizes shedding and matting. Nail care minimizes scratching and pain during playtime. Dental hygiene is good for obvious reasons, healthy teeth and gums, fresh breath, and the list goes on. If you have a short hair cat, brushing and just a little checkup once a week is sufficient, maybe even once every 2 weeks. If you have a long hair cat, you're gonna wanna try and do this once a day or maybe once every 2 days, but definitely minimum once a week for long hair cats. Groom your cat. Mistake number 9, not putting your cat first and letting your ego get in the way. Some cats are much easier to groom than others, no doubt about that. If your cat is a nightmare to try and groom, so that's why you just don't do it, it only harms your cat in the long run. Even though your cat doesn't like it, it's still your responsibility as cat owner to make sure that they get groomed when needed. So let's say your cat has mats in their fur, or they have a sore tooth or really bad breath or something that requires grooming, or you really want to cut their nails but they're not allowing you to come near them at all, which some cats are really hard to groom, then you need to call the professionals. You can call your veterinarian or Google for a cat groomer in your area and just ask for advice and guidance and what the best next steps are. Mistake number 8, not being intentional. When we go to a spa, we're provided with a calming atmosphere with relaxing music and therapeutic treatments. And while you don't need to put on Tibetan bowl music or slather your kitty in massage oil to create the atmosphere, you still want to set the mood. Be very intentional with the times that you choose to groom your cat. You need to make sure they're at ease, they're calm, they're comfortable, maybe a little bit sleepy. This will set the tone for the whole grooming session. If your cat's busy eating or having zoomies, you're gonna have a really hard time getting them to sit and be groomed. My lovely colleague, Dr. Karen, who you may know from this channel, has a really useful video on how to brush cats that hates it, featuring her gorgeous but super shy cat, Zelda. I highly recommend checking it out if your cat doesn't let you come near them with a brush. Mistake number 7, not giving attention to the paws. Some long hair cats require extra special attention on their paws because their long hair can actually grow between their toe beans, and that can get matted or litter can go sit in there or it can get dirty. It's just a bit of a hazard, so that will require some trimming. Toe tough trims, try saying that 5 times fast. It may only be necessary when it's really hindering your cat from getting around the house safely or it's becoming matted or dirty. So it's not in every case going to be necessary, but definitely check your cat's paws and see if the hair may be interfering with anything important. Many people don't trim their cat's nails, yet they like to complain about damaged furniture and getting hurt during playtime. Cats have 20 little daggers on their feet, and if you don't want to get on the wrong side of those little lethal footsies, you need to maintain them. And don't get me wrong, I know some cats are really hard when it comes to trimming their claws. Either they've never had their paws really being touched by humans before, or they've just never had their nails needed to be cut, so they're just completely not used to it, and these cat owners really have a hard time. But more on this in mistake number 1. The point here is either do some research, watch some of our nail care videos, use positive reinforcement, have patience, or train your kitty not to hate this so you can trim their nails every couple of weeks, or take them to a groomer or vet for nail trimmings about once a month. Mistake number 6, not offering rewards and praise. They may not show it like dogs do, but kitties thrive on praise. Positive reinforcement is the best method for helping our pets make positive associations with things they might consider weird and totally unnecessary, like grooming, walking on a leash, staying off the counter, giving paw, etc. We have a really great in-depth article on catster.com about positive reinforcement training techniques and where to start if you're unsure. Mistake number 5, not paying attention to ears. If you don't clean your cat's ears, dirt, wax, and debris can accumulate, increasing the risk of ear infections, mites, and other ear problems, potentially causing discomfort, pain, and even hearing loss. Some cats have completely healthy ears throughout their lives and require very little human intervention. Some cats do experience issues with their ears that require more frequent cleaning. For reference, this is a clean ear, and this is an ear that needs to be cleaned ASAP. Peeking into your cat's ears once or twice a month will be extremely helpful. Mistake number 4, pulling on or incorrect removal of matted fur. Anyone who's ever had a long-haired cat can tell you exactly how hard it is to contend with mats. Mats occur when your pet's beautiful long hair coat gets tangled and all knotted up. And this is no laughing matter. Seriously though, it's not. The mats can become very painful, especially if it's deeply embedded into the fur. You should never pull or tamper with, or dare I say it, remove tough mats yourself with a scissor. This can be extremely painful and distressing for a cat. A cat's skin is very delicate and kind of stretchy and very fine, and it's hard to manage everything equally. So you might be thinking that you're holding the scissor far away enough from the skin, but because it's so fine and delicate and stretchy, you can never be 100% sure. It's just too big of a risk. So please, please, please don't attempt to remove it with a scissor. If the mats are too stubborn to remove with light brushing, then it's time to call in the professionals. Your vet or a cat groomer is the best bet. Mistake number 3 and 2, the wrong tools or the improper use of tools. With every aspect of cat grooming, there are important do's and don'ts, and of course among the plethora of different kinds of tools and grooming brands out there, you want to make sure you choose the right products for you and your cat, and learn how to use it properly to avoid accidents and complications. If you've watched this far, congratulations, you obviously love your cat a lot. We salute you. And we invite you to subscribe to our channel. We post useful and practical cat care videos and vet tips every week. And now, finally, the time has come to announce the number 1 cat grooming mistake that most of us are guilty of making. Can I get a drum roll, please? Not starting early enough. The earlier you can start grooming your cat in their life, the better it's gonna be for you and them in the long run. If you have a kitten, listen up. Make sure you introduce these kinds of grooming activities as often as you can and provide lots of praise and positive reinforcement after every session. So brush them, touch their paws, maybe clip their nails if they allow you, look at their ears, maybe wipe out their ears with some wipes or a cat-safe cleaning product. Make sure they're okay with you looking at their teeth and maybe try brushing their teeth if you have the products. And just make sure your kitten is used to all of these things from as early as you can. This will ensure that they are comfortable with it, and make sure you do it frequently so they remain comfortable with all of these things as they grow older. And you're not entirely out of luck if your cats aren't kittens anymore. As with time and lots of patience, your adult cat can also learn to be comfortable with their grooms. Don't force them into getting brushed or getting their nails trimmed if they're clearly exhibiting signs of stress, anxiety, or aggression. But just know it is very possible in some cases. It just takes time, patience, and a lot of treats. Thanks for tuning in and for taking actionable steps to make sure that your cat's life is better and your life is easier. I'm sure you are a great cat parent. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.